how much cash do you have in the bank right now?
That's not.
And आपकी personal income, Vivek?
This month after deduction, I have in hand around 2,32,000.
आप थोड़ा सा loans को समझने की कोशिश करें.
It's a house loan which is around 57,382, and I have a car, and it's going on with 15K per month. Then for the house, the maintenance which goes around 4,000 a month.
What else?
The one loan is 4,300. Other one is around 6,750. Then there are other loans I have landed in because of my wrong investment ideas.
All right.
So every time when I get into such things, like my very first thing which comes to my mind is let's crack another higher package.
It's solvable. It's very solvable. If you do all of this in 17 years, you will have between 13 to 23 crore rupees. आज के मनी मैटर्स एपिसोड में मेरे साथ हैं विवेक फ्रॉम बैंगलोर. वेलकम विवेक टू मनी मैटर्स.
Thank you, Ankur.
Wonderful. So where are you originally from, Vivek? You are currently in Bangalore, that I know.
I'm originally from Vizag, Visakhapatnam.
Ah, lovely. And Bangalore में आप कितने टाइम से हैं?
It's been more 4 years.
Okay, 4 years. All right. And what do you do in Bangalore?
Software engineer.
Ah, software engineer. Lovely. Is that something जो आप शुरू से करना चाहते थे कि it just happened?
Not really, it happened.
Are you an engineer by qualification?
Yes.
Okay. Was the engineering कि मम्मी पापा का अरमान पूरा करना है, that's why, or did you really want to become an engineer?
Yeah, I thought of being in electrical side, but fortunately I landed in software.
Do you enjoy software?
I got habitual.
I love how you are little guarded कि मैं क्या ही बोलूं अब, but that's lovely. And who all are there in your family, Vivek?
Father, mom, myself, and wife.
Okay, all right. How long have you been married?
It's been 2.5 years.
Okay, lovely. सही. And क्या आपके father mother आपके साथ रहते हैं या वाइजैक में रहते हैं?
With Vizag.
Okay, all right. So you stay by yourself with your wife. Got it. And if I may ask, is your wife also working?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Great. So जब आपने ये मनी मैटर्स का फॉर्म भरा था विवेक, what was the expectation in your head? आप क्या इससे हासिल करना चाहते थे? What did you aim to accomplish from this conversation?
Mostly, I've gone through many of your videos, and out of which one video really struck me, which is, let's say you have a corpus and you keep half of the corpus with you for 8 years and continue the rest half in an SAP lump sum, and you keep on generating that like a circular manner. So that's kind of good, which I really like. I don't know how far it works, but right now I'm in a state where I'm drawing good amount of salary, but because of my wrong investment ideas or compulsion, so I have landed in so many loans where I am hardly left with some amount of money. So I just thought, okay, let me have like with an experienced discussion of yours to help carry forward and better.
Got it. Understand. तो आपकी सिचुएशन ऐसी है विवेक, as I understand from what you said, कि between you and your wife आपकी इनकम अच्छी है, but you are currently in a lot of loans, and उन loans से आप बाहर निकलना चाहते हैं, and at the same time you also want to start investing because that's the right thing to do for your future. तो आप इसके लिए मदद चाहते हैं. Will that be a fair understanding?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, wonderful. ठीक है. So we will try and help you with as much as we can. जो भी मैं बताऊंगा विवेक, वो एक फाइनेंशियल एक्सपर्ट के नाते नहीं है. आई एम नॉट अ क्वालिफाइड फाइनेंस प्रोफेशनल. आई एम नॉट सेबी सर्टिफाइड. मेरे पास कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं है आपको कोई भी गाइडेंस देने की. मैं सिर्फ इसलिए दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैंने जिंदगी में बहुत कुछ सीखा है पैसे को लेकर, गलतियों से ही ज्यादातर. तो जितना मैं उन एक्सपीरियंसेस से आपकी मदद कर सकता हूँ, दैट इज माई एम. लेकिन अगर मैं कुछ भी ऐसा रेकमेंड करूँ जो आपको सही ना लगे, या अगर सही भी लगे, प्लीज अपना होमवर्क, अपना रिसर्च करके ही उसको अडॉप्ट करिएगा, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट क्वालिफाइड टू मेक एनी ऑफ दीज रिकमेंडेशंस. तो विद दैट, let's try and understand कि आपकी financial situation अभी क्या है and किस हद तक हम उसकी मदद कर सकते हैं. So let's start with the income first. आपकी personal income, Vivek, on a monthly basis in hand कितनी है?
Like this month after deduction, I have in hand around 2,32,000.
Got it. So 232,000 is your in hand after deduction. And क्या आप इस conversation में अपनी wife की income को भी include करना चाहते हैं?
Yeah, her income is around 92,000.
Okay, great. So wife in hand per month is 92,000. This is also after deduction. कोई understanding, Vivek, कि what is the PF deduction from your salary per month?
Yeah, it's around
Approximate भी चलेगा.
9,400.
ठीक, that's perfectly fine. So 9,500, let's assume that. And wife की approximately कितनी होगी?
3,500 it is.
Okay, all right, 3,500. All right, wonderful. Any other income between the two of you, Vivek?
No.
Okay, so no other income. So total income at the end of the month at your household is 3,24,000, give or take. And the PF contribution is around 13,000 rupees. Perfect. Let's now go into expenses. तो सबसे पहले loans को अभी बाद में cover करेंगे, विवेक. पहले आपके personal expenses को cover करते हैं. तो do you have a rented house or your own house in Bangalore?
Own house.
Own house. ठीक है. So own house, so there is no rent. Perfect. That's a blessing. What are the other big expenses? Travel expenses, food expenses, utilities. Can you help us with that?
Yeah, travel expenses around, let's say, 15K.
Okay. ठीक है.
Food is around 20.
Okay.
Petrol 10,000.
Okay. So when you say travel, you mean this is traveling for leisure? Is that the 15,000
Yes.
जो आप बोल रहे थे?
Yes, here and there.
Got it. Perfect. ठीक है. That's perfectly fine. Petrol is around 10,000. ठीक है. Utilities, electricity, subscriptions, mobile phone bills.
It's around 5,000 to 6,000.
Okay. ठीक है. 5,000. Got it. और कोई बड़े खर्चे after besides the loan?
Not.
Okay.
Mostly.
ठीक है. Do you send any money home? Do you need to send any money home?
Yes, I have. Yes, 20K around.
Okay. So home to parents is around 20K. ठीक है. Perfect. अब थोड़ा सा loans को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. So can you walk me through each of the loans? क्या है वो loan? What is the EMI?
It's a house loan which is around 57,382.
Okay, so 58,000 is your home loan. कितना पुराना है ये?
It's recently taken. It's like 1 year.
Okay, so only 1 year old. And how much was the loan?
It's 70 lakhs.
70 lakhs. Okay. And is this a 25-year-old loan?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
And I have a car and it's going on with 15K per month.
ठीक है. So car loan is 15K. ये कितना पुराना है?
It's like 21 when I purchased. It's 24. It's been 4 years or 3 years.
Okay. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And how many years are left?
4 years left. 7 years.
Okay, so 4 years left. Okay. And would you remember what is the amount left?
Somewhere around 6 lakhs to 7.
Okay. ठीक है. How much was the car loan for?
Like it's 10 lakhs.
Okay, got it. ठीक है. So I think it'll be around 7 lakhs then. 7 lakhs left. Okay. So 10 lakh loan. And would you know what is the interest rate on this loan?
12%.
Okay. ठीक है. All right. Fair enough. What else?
Then for the house, the maintenance, which was around 4,000 a month.
So house maintenance, that is, did you say 4,000?
Yes.
Okay. So 4,000 is the house maintenance. ठीक है.
Then there are other loans which are personal loans.
Okay.
out of
So
which one
walk
is
me
around,
through them.
the one loan is 4,300.
Okay, so personal loan one is 4,300. How
Yeah.
much is the outstanding left?
It's 1 lakh.
1 lakh left. Okay. 1 lakh left. And how much is the rate of interest for this?
15%.
15%. Okay, perfect. So that's one. What else?
Yeah. The other one is around 6,750.
Okay. Again, how much is left and what percentage?
Percentage is 12, and like 4 months is pending. Outstanding
Okay.
is
Okay.
some.
All right. So say about 30K left.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What else?
And I do have an interior loan,
Okay.
which goes around 13,982.
Okay. So this is a interior or a home improvement loan.
Yes, and it is taken as 10 lakhs for 10 years.
Okay. Okay, great. And how much is the EMI for this?
13,982. Let's put in those.
Okay, 3982. And did you take it along with the home?
Yes, it's that same
Okay.
percent, 8.67% rate.
Got it. So it's also a recent loan, around 1 year only.
Yes,
Okay, perfect. And this was, did you say a 10 lakh loan?
10 lakh for 10 years.
Okay, 10 lakh for 10 years and 8.7%. Perfect. Okay. What else?
Then credit card,
Okay.
somewhere around 2 lakhs. What do you?
Okay. So 2 lakhs are overdue. Okay.
And the gold loan, which is of 3 lakhs.
And then there is a gold loan for 3 lakhs. Do you pay it through an EMI or is just outstanding?
It's an outstanding. I need to clear it in year.
Okay. So this is also overdue.
And there is one
Perfect.
more, which is a registration,
Okay.
which is around 12,150.
Okay. All right. So you've taken a loan for the registration.
Registration.
Okay.
Correct.
Understand. Okay. All right. How much is this? 12,000?
12,149, like 12,000. Okay.
Okay. So 12,200. And this was for 5 lakhs, you said.
Yes.
Do you know the interest rate for this?
It's again like a personal, so it should be around 12 to 15 in between.
Okay. Got it. What else?
And I have in SIPs for 18,000
Okay.
a month.
So these are your investments. Okay.
Yes.
Have we covered all expenses now? So all your loans and everything is done?
I think registration loan is done. Personal. Okay. Yeah, there is a part like chit
Okay.
fund,
Yeah.
where it goes like 24,000 and 1 month is pending. So the money
Okay.
it's already taken. So it's only 1 month left.
Got it. So your chit fund installment is pending for 1 month. Perfect.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there is
which
one
for
more
24
loan.
months. Yeah.
There's one more loan that's again a personal. That's for 36 months are pending, and 17,800 is the monthly EMI.
Okay. Got it. So did you say 3 years are pending?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 17,000.
Okay. And do you know how much principal amount is pending?
That I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll just do a little bit of math. It's 640. So I think around 5.5 or something will be there. So say 5.5 left. And this is again, what, 12%, 15%?
Yeah, it should be. Yes.
Yeah. 12 to 15% interest. Okay.
And LIC is 2,000.
Okay. So these are your investments now.
Yeah.
So one is your LIC policy, which is for 2,000. Okay.
SIP 1 is 10,000. SIP 2 is 8,000, and SIP 3 is around 5,000.
Sounds good. Is that all?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That is a lot, but thank you for being so transparent. I really appreciate that because it's not easy to come out with this and be as transparent as you can. So I really, really appreciate you, Vivek, for this. Okay. Questions. Number one, what is your total investment corpus right now? Would you have any idea from the SIPs that you have or any other investments that you would have made in the past?
No corpus. I have a PPF which I've started, which I am having around 4.5 to 5 lakhs, which I've stopped long back.
Okay.
But
So you have
interest is generated out of it.
Sure. So you have a PPF of around 4.5 lakhs. Perfect. And the SIPs, when did you start them? Did you start them recently?
Recently, very recently. It's around 50,000 I have, 3 months.
Okay. All right. So there isn't much, which is perfectly fine. And how much cash do you have in the bank right now?
That's not.
So zero, nearly zero, which is fine. Which is why this call. And
Yeah.
I'll try my best to help. Few other questions. Number one is, do you and your wife have health insurance?
No. They're like company given insurance.
So your company given is there, but you don't have a personal one.
Personal.
Okay. So that is fine. And what about life insurance?
No.
Is the LIC policy that you have for 2,000 rupees, क्या ये आपकी life insurance की तरफ जाता
That's
है?
for
What is that?
wives.
Okay. Did you say that is for wife?
Yes.
Okay. All right. तो आपका खुद का कोई life insurance नहीं है. Okay. All right. It seems you've caught yourself in the classic urban trap, and there is a fair bit of work to be done, but the good thing is it's solvable. It's very solvable. So here is how I see things. Let's start with your basic fundamental expenses, जो आपको खर्च करने ही करने हैं. So let's assume कि आपका जो food, petrol, utilities and जो आप अपने parents को पैसा भेजते हैं, that is mandatory. वो आपको हर महीने खर्च करना ही है, which is a total of 55,000 rupees. ये आपकी needs हैं. So this has to be spent and you can't do anything about it. So let's start with your salary, which is a total of 3,24,000. उसमें से आपकी needs हम 55,000 डालेंगे and this is gone. Then there is travel. अब travel एक desire है and let's assume कि ये आप करते ही करते हैं, ठीक है? Because both of you are earning well, so why not? We'll get to that point. And then there are your mandatory expenses. And the mandatory expenses are घर का लोन हो गया, गाड़ी का लोन हो गया, मेंटेनेंस हो गए, बाकी जो सारे लोन्स हैं वो सब. अभी मैं क्रेडिट कार्ड और गोल्ड लोन को अलग रखूंगा. So all of this adds up to 1,56,000 rupees. And then after that are your investments, which is a total of 25,000 rupees. तो ये सब कुछ करके you are left with 73,000 rupees. And इसके over and above आपके पास एक क्रेडिट कार्ड का आउटस्टैंडिंग है 2 लाख का एंड गोल्ड लोन का आउटस्टैंडिंग है 3 लाख का. The question now is the following. सबसे पहला, you want to go loan free as soon as possible. ठीक है? बहुत बाद में एक पॉइंट आएगा विवेक, where you will start thinking of retirement, you'll start thinking of surplus income, you'll start thinking of financial independence. सबसे पहले आपको debt free होना है. Debt free होने के लिए there are multiple approaches that we can take. My simplest approach around this is कि जो आपके सबसे ज्यादा rate of return या rate of interest वाले loans होते हैं, वो आपको सबसे पहले निकालने हैं. Why? Because even if you're making an investment, let's say in the stock market, over a long period of time, stock market reasonably आपको 12 से 15 या शायद 16% दे देगा, 12 to 15, 16%. But if you're sitting on loans that are already higher than this amount, आपके सारे पर्सनल लोन जो कि 12% पे हैं, आपका क्रेडिट कार्ड का आउटस्टैंडिंग जो कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली 36 to 40% पे होगा, if not more. All of these loans have to be paid off first before you make any investment. क्योंकि कोई लॉजिक नहीं है इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का. अगर आप इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, यू आर अर्निंग 12 to 15% ओवर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. अगर आप ज्यादा रिस्क भी ले लेंगे, मे बी इट विल गो टू मैक्सिमम 15 to 18%. उस पे अगर आप टैक्स वैक्स काटेंगे तो इट विल कम टू सब 15%. एंड आप उतना ही या उससे ज्यादा लोन में पैसे खर्च कर रहे हैं. सो देर इज zero sense in making an investment while bearing a high interest loan. तो मेरा सबसे पहला recommendation होगा कि आपको with the savings that you have to clear the high interest investments. Here is what I would do. सबसे पहले आपका मैंडेटरी एक्सपेंस 1,56,000 प्लस 55,000 अगर ट्रैवल में हटा दूं, हर महीने का 2 लाख रुपए का आपका ईएमआई आपको देना ही देना है, चाहे कुछ भी हो. वेदर यू हैव अ जॉब, डोंट हैव अ जॉब, वेदर यू फीलिंग हैप्पी, फीलिंग सैड, वेदर इट इज द बेस्ट डे ऑफ योर लाइफ और द वर्स्ट डे ऑफ योर लाइफ, बैंक्स डोंट केयर. आपको ये 2 लाख रुपए हर महीने देने ही देने. द स्कैरी पार्ट इज यू राइट नाउ हैव जीरो कॉर्पस बिटवीन द टू ऑफ यू. आपके बैंक में कोई पैसा नहीं है, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स थोड़ी बहुत हैं, वो भी लिक्विड नहीं है, क्योंकि आपका प्रोविडेंट फंड जो पीपीएफ जो है वो 4.5 लाख है, वो इंस्टेंटली आप रिडीम नहीं कर सकते, उसमें आपको वक्त लगेगा. सो हियर इज व्हाट आई वुड फर्स्ट डू. जो आप 25,000 रुपए की इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, जो आपने एसआईपी शुरू करी है, आप वो रोक देंगे. देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन डूइंग दैट राइट नाउ. सो व्हाट आई वुड डू इज, एंड लेट्स कॉल द अप्रोच. नंबर 1, स्टॉप द एसआईपी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. जब आप ये रोकेंगे, यू विल फ्री अप अप्रोक्सीमेटली 23,000 रुपीज, विच इज 8,000 रुपए की पहली एसआईपी, फिर 10,000 रुपए की, 8,000 रुपए की, 5,000 रुपए की. सो 23,000 रुपीज विल गेट फ्रीड अप. सो 23 yeses गेट्स फ्रीड अप. सबसे पहले तो आप यही करेंगे. दूसरा, यू विल हैव आफ्टर द नेक्स्ट मंथ चिट फंड वाला इंस्टॉलमेंट खत्म. सो 2, you will add the chit fund installment to this corpus. So 24K will get freed up. So you now have approximately 47,000 rupees as quote unquote free money. Plus, in addition to that, you have as the free amount, जब ये दोनों चीजें आपकी खत्म हो जाएंगी, you will have a free amount of approximately 97,000 rupees. You have approximately 1,42,000 being saved every month. 1,42,000 being saved every month. You will save this 1,40,000 for 3 months. इसको आप छुएंगे नहीं. This 1,40,000 is your target. जैसे ही वो चिट फंड आपका क्लोज होगा, to save and not spend. And is 1,40,000 into 3, which is 4,28,000 or approximately 4 lakh rupees, इसका आप अलग से एक फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट कराएंगे. दिस इज योर इमरजेंसी फंड. दिस इज मनी दैट यू नीड. ये सिर्फ 2 महीने का इमरजेंसी फंड है, हाँ, ज्यादा नहीं है, लेकिन ये बेयर मिनिमम है. दिस इज व्हाट एट योर इनकम एंड योर एक्सपेंस यू नीड टू हैव इन द बैंक. देयर इज नो वे दैट यू कैन डू विदाउट इट. So your goal very clearly is over the next 3 months, once the chit fund gets done after next month, you have to save at least 4 lakh rupees and keep that as a fixed deposit. So this will become your emergency fund and keep in fixed deposit. Okay? That is step number 1. This is what you have to do to at least protect yourself through anything. It could be anything, like it could be a layoff, it could be income stopping, it could be any other emergency, we don't know. So you can't take that risk. Okay? After 3 months, what has happened? You have got your emergency fund. Your chit fund installment has stopped. And you have also stopped your SIPs. You now have free cash of approximately 1,20,000 after paying for everything else that you have to. अब ये 1,20,000 को आप कैसे यूज करेंगे? Again, you will not make an investment in that. You will go and close out the personal loans that are left. So personal loan 1, जिसका 1 लाख रुपया बचा हुआ है, and personal loan 2, जिसका 30K बचा हुआ है, both of them can get cleared in 1 month itself. So after 3 months with the 1,20,000 and add the 10,000 from your travel, तो उस महीने आप travel मत करना. you have to clear 2 personal loans, which will be for the 1 lakh rupee and the 30,000 rupee wala left. With me?
Yes.
Perfect. So after 4 months, you will have free surplus of 1,31,000 rupees a month. This still includes आपका travel. आई तो आप travel कर रहे हैं, वो 1 महीने आपने रोक दिया होगा to get this point. उस point पे you have to close your credit card. Not close, but start paying. So you have 2 lakh outstanding on your credit card. So after 4 months and within 4 to 5 months, मतलब 2 महीने के अंदर अंदर, you will pay off your entire credit card bill. So let the minimum amount due be paid right now. तो जो भी आपका 2 लाख रुपए का overdue है, आप उसका एक minimum amount due pay करेंगे and let it accrue for some time. It's unfortunate, but that's the price that you pay for the mistakes. But with that 1,30,000 that you get as surplus, आप अपना credit card instantly close कर देंगे. So you will then pay off in 2 months. So you'll get approximately 2,60,000 rupees. 2,60,000 rupees में से आपका 2 लाख रुपए वाला credit card will also be gone. ठीक है? With me?
Yes.
Perfect. So after 6 months, what has happened? You have created an emergency fund of approximately 4 lakh rupees. You have closed 2 personal loans of 1,30,000. You've cleared your credit card bills. Nothing has to be added. You can't make the mistake again. I hope that is very clear to you. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Perfect. After 6 months, you have a free surplus of the same amount, 1,31,000. And with that, we have one personal loan of 5.5 lakhs left. So you will pay off PL3 in approximately 4 months. So every month you will make that lump sum amount deposit.
Okay.
And you will clear that as well. You are now at the 10th month. What has happened in the 10th month? 10th month में emergency fund 4 लाख रुपए का, तीनों personal loan clear हो चुके हैं, credit card outstanding पूरा clear हो चुका है. So now you have a surplus of 1,49,000 rupees a month. And at this point of time, and let's just make these as red so that we know what are we nipping. This is also gone. This is also gone. This is gone. We have our registration, which is also a personal loan, and that is around 5 lakhs. And we have our gold loan, and then we have the long duration loans. So after this, your free surplus, after 10 months, your free surplus is around 1,48,000 rupees. And आपका जो registration के लिए आपने 5 लाख रुपए का personal loan लिया था, वो बचा हुआ है. So you will pay off the registration loan, which is approximately 5 lakh divided by this, so in 3 months. So now we are at the 13th month. अब आपके पास क्या क्या बच गया? You are left with your home loan, with your car loan, and your interior loan. The home loan and your interior loan are approximately 9%. So they are quote unquote cheap loans. And आपका decision है अब, is the emotional burden of that loan a lot higher, or do you want to deploy the excess money towards whatever are your goals or your future investments? Your car loan, approximately 7 lakhs, is at 12%. And this, my suggestion will be, should also be paid off. So your free surplus is 1,60,000, precisely 1,61,000. And your pay off car loan, which is approximately how much? 7 lakhs are left. So
Yes.
you have 7 divided by this. So you will pay it off in 4 months. So after 17 months, your free surplus, we are not assuming कि आपकी दोनों की increment हुई है कि नहीं हुई है. Like, let's assume that it's flat for whatever reason it is. Your car loan is also paid, and now you have a corpus of 1,76,000 rupees. So in 1.5 years, what have we accomplished, Vivek? In 1.5 years, with your current income, कोई इंक्रीमेंट हमने अज्यूम नहीं किया है. आपका एक इमरजेंसी फंड बन गया है. सिर्फ 2 महीने का ही है, लेकिन बना है. So you have 4 lakhs of free cash with you. आपके सारे पर्सनल लोन चुक चुके हैं. So 1, 2, 3, 4 personal loans paid off. Your chit fund paid off. Your credit card paid off. And you're now left with, and your car loan also paid off. What are you left with? You're left with only a home loan and an interior loan, both of which are long duration loans. And they are low interest loans as well. And you're left with a gold loan of 3 lakhs, which at least our understanding is करीब 9% interest पे या ब्याज पे है. At this point of time, as I said, you are completely free to say, yeah, the emotional burden of these loans is a lot higher, and मैं इस excess पैसे में से थोड़ा सा invest करूंगा and थोड़ा सा pay off करने की कोशिश करूंगा, or I will invest all of it and build a larger corpus. My approach from then on, which is the 17th month onwards, आपको हर महीने 1,75,000 free cash flow मिल रहा है. What will I do? Let's take the home loan and the interior loan. Every year, you will make one extra EMI payment. Every year. तो मतलब every year at the end of the 12 months, आप बैंक के पास जाएंगे और बोलेंगे 58,000 rupees और ले लो for the home loan. 14,000 rupees और ले लो for the interior loan. That's step number 1 that you will do. So after pay one extra EMI. Okay, so you will pay one extra EMI at the end of every year. हर महीने पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है. At the end of every year, and you will also increase the EMI by 10% every year. So 58,000 जो है, you will add 5,800. You'll go to them and say, increase my EMI to 63,800, which is 58,000 plus 5,800. You'll go to the bank and say, मेरा 15,000 का interior loan है, increase it by 1,500 rupees. So make it 16,500. And they will do that. If you do this, your 25-year loan will get paid off in 10 years only. So within 10 years, you will pay off your entire home loan. And you will save half of the interest amount you would have paid. So abhi, you would be paying approximately double of the amount you have taken. तो आपने 70 lakhs का लोन लिया है, आप बैंक को over a 25-year-old period approximately 1.4 to 1.5 crores पे करेंगे. If you pay your loan in only 10 years, you will pay an interest of not 70 lakhs, but about 30 to 40 lakhs. So you will save nearly 20 to 30 lakhs by making this investment. So this should be your first approach towards clearing the home loans and the interior loan. इसमें जल्दी करने की जरूरत नहीं है because these are loans that are long duration, again low interest. तो आप इनको आराम से by paying one extra EMI every year and increasing the EMI by 10% कर सकते हैं. Okay, with me?
Yes.
Perfect. And you will now start making wise investments from the 1,76,000 that you have. How old are you right now, Vivek?
31.
Perfect. Right. So you are 31 years. So here is my recommendation of what could be your investment strategy. You are already making 13,000 rupees in PF investments. So you will do the following. You will start multiple SIPs. SIP 1 will be for 40,000 rupees. And this will be in a debt mutual fund. What is a debt mutual fund? A debt mutual fund is a mutual fund जहां fixed rate of return assets में invest होता है. So fixed deposit or a corporate bond or a government treasury. This will give you मोटा the same fixed deposit rate of returns, but it is over a longer period of time. तो आपको हर बार fixed deposit renew नहीं करना होता है and so on and so forth. The reason why are you putting 40,000 in a debt mutual fund? क्योंकि ये fixed rate of return है, तो ये protected है. And at your age, you need about 30% of your investments as protected assets. So 13,000 रुपए आप already provident fund में डाल रहे हैं. The remaining, which is about 40,000 rupees, you will put in a debt mutual fund. This will be SIP 1. I will give you what you will make of this. So this will give you approximately an 8% return. After 17 years, which is when you will be 50, you will be 50 in 19 years, but 2 साल निकल चुके हैं ये loan pay करने के लिए. After 17 years, to give you a sense of what this amount will look like, so this will be about 8 and this will be 17. You will have approximately 1 crore 73 lakh rupees. So 1.73 crores will be your corpus at the end of 17 years when you will be 50. This is not assuming any increase in SIP. अगर आप यही step up SIP करेंगे, which means every year, let's say you increase it by 10%. तो पहले साल आपने 40,000 की SIP की, अगले साल आपने 44,000 की, so on and so forth. And you do it for, again, 17 years, you will have 3 crore 46,000. So करीब 3.5 crore with step up SIP. This is one. Then you will approximately, of the remaining 70%, तो 30% आपने fixed assets में डाल दिया. Of the remaining 70% of the 1,76,000 free cash flow that you make, you will split it into 3 mutual funds. You will have 50% of it go into what is called the Nifty 50 Index Mutual Fund. What is this? ये भारत की top 50 companies में invest करता है. So this is the relatively safer mutual fund in the world of stock markets. क्यों? क्योंकि ये top 50 companies relatively safe हैं. You will then have approximately 30% invest in a mid-cap mutual fund, and you will have the remaining 20% invested in a small-cap mutual fund. So let's look at the numbers. The numbers are 70% of 50% of 1,76,000. So approximately 61,000 SIP for Nifty 50. This will give you approximately 13% return. Approximately 37,000 rupees in the mid-cap mutual fund, which will give you approximately 15% return. And then approximately 25,000 rupees in the small-cap SIP, which will give you approximately 18% return. Let's look at what will happen with these numbers. So we're first doing a 61,000 rupee SIP at 13% for 17 years. This will give you 4.55 crores. Just this. 37,000 rupees at 15% will give you 3.47 crores. And the 25,000 rupee SIP at 18% will give you 3.35 crores. This is without any increase in the SIP amount. If you do a step up, let's see what that number will be. So if you do a step up of 61,000, again at 13%, you will get 8.16 crore rupees. If you do a step up for the mid-cap 37,000 at 15%, you will get 5.98 crore rupees. And if you do a step up for the small cap of 25,000 at 18%, you will get 5.46 crore rupees. If you adopt this, so Vivek, at the end of 17 years, which is when you will be 50, you will have a corpus of 13 crore rupees, assuming no increase in SIP. If you increase your SIP with 10% every year, you will have a corpus of 23 crore rupees. When I say will, of course, it's not deterministic. You are likely to have this corpus of 23 crore rupees. This is after paying for all of your loans and, of course, taking sure of everything that you have gotten to this point. Now, naturally, the number will be somewhere in between. क्यों? आप 10% हर साल SIP ना बढ़ा के, ऑफ कोर्स जो एक्स्ट्रा आपकी इंक्रीमेंट या जो भी आएगी, यू विल रेज अ फैमिली, you will do bigger things in life, you will go on to spend more money in somewhere else. So the number will be between a 13 to a 23 crore, give or take, jitna bhi le lijiye. But by any measure, the number will not be a small number. By any measure, it will not be a small number. It will be anywhere between 13 to 23 crores. Questions?
Man, like, sounds good, but any term insurance you did not mention here.
Yes. So there are 3 things that still need to be taken care of. Number 1, health insurance for you and your wife. Right now you have corporate insurance, but the minute you lose your job, or you leave your job, or you quit your job, or whatever it is, it goes away. So ideally, you should both get health insurance for yourself. The good thing is you're still young, so you'll get it cheap. That is something that you should do once you've gotten to that clear loans wala bit. Don't do it before that, because you have your corporate insurance, so it's backing you up. Life insurance is something that is mandatory, especially at your income levels, and of course, everything that comes in with that responsibility. Only go for term insurance. Ideally, your wife and you both should have it, because both of you are earning members. You also have good incomes, so you can get a really good cover, and the premium will still be relatively lower because you're still below 35. So the jump happens at 5-year bands. तो क्योंकि आप 31 के हैं, आपका प्रीमियम 31 और 33 पे ज्यादा डिफर नहीं करेगा. So you can technically get the insurance before 35 and more or less वो same होगा. So my recommendation, once you've paid the loans, go for life insurance, term life insurance, until the age of 60 or 65, your call, and take the maximum cover that you can, which is 25 times your annual salary. Once you do that, you'll be covered from a protection perspective as well. आपके पास emergency fund है, आपके पास health insurance खुद का है, life insurance खुद का है, investments आपकी शुरू हो चुकी हैं, and everything is taken care of. What else?
I'm expecting a baby in the next month.
You're expecting a baby next month? Congratulations. That is good news. Why do you sound as if you're sad?
Yeah.
No, that is good news. That is absolutely good news. And of course, what is going to happen is, ये बहुत जरूरी डेटा पॉइंट तो आपने बताया ही नहीं. Naturally, एक बच्चे के आने की वजह से खर्चे बढ़ जाते हैं, एंड बढ़ने भी चाहिए. तो फर्स्ट थिंग, जो आपने ट्रैवल का बजट किया हुआ है 15,000 रुपीज, माई सजेशन, क्योंकि बच्चे आने पे ट्रैवल थोड़ा कम हो जाता है, unless of course you're going back home, Vizag, or to your wife's parents' house, you should use that money to, of course, move in the relative circle and make sure that your child gets all the blessings that you can. But जो वो 15,000 होगा, when you're not traveling, use that towards the baby expenses, and make sure कि ये जो plan है of 17 to 18 months, ये जितना water tight रह सकता है रखेगा. Of course, अगर 2-3 महीने इधर उधर हो भी जाएगा, that is something that you know you can manage, because thankfully आपके पास एक ज़्यादा income की blessing है. The bigger thing, Vivek, is you got to this point because of a mindset that you had. Whatever that mindset was. Mindset हो सकता है कि जैसे ही पैसे आएंगे, गाड़ी खरीद लो, घर खरीद लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो. Spending on a lot of things that you could not afford at that point of time because you were over-indexing on the future income of yourself. And we all make that mistake. It's very important for you to recognize the mistake. कि जो मैंने future income पे over-index अपने आप को किया था, उसकी वजह से जो ये सारे loans आ गए हैं, that have also jeopardized my future stability. क्योंकि मैं अभी अपने future self में invest नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. मैं सिर्फ बैंक्स को EMI का खर्चा दिए जा रहा हूँ. That is the mistake that you don't want to make. With you and your wife's income, आप एक बहुत बहुत अच्छी जिंदगी जी सकते हैं. So there's no reason why you should be in this loan trap that you are. So all the things that led you to this life and led you to make the decisions, you have to promise yourself कि वो गलतियां मैं फिर से नहीं करूं, क्योंकि that will be the biggest mistake. It is not the fact कि अरे ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, वो 18 महीने अगर 20-23 महीने भी लग जाएंगे, you'll still be okay. But in this process, spending more than you should, taking on another loan, showing something to the world or to yourself that you've arrived when you don't really have that money, that will be the mistake. And I would request you to not make that mistake. Not just now, ever. Great. This was a very intense calculation session. मैं ये पूरी Excel sheet आपके साथ share करूंगा ताकि you have the plan in front of you and you understand how it is working. But any other questions that I can answer for you at this stage, Vivek?
Guess not. I'm pretty much good now.
Wonderful. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you have a plan. I'm happy that you are starting a family. I'm happy that you are in a position where, despite the past mistakes, you can correct them. And consider yourself lucky, consider yourself blessed, and at the same time, make the best use of this opportunity that you have so that you can create a wonderful life for yourself, your family, your child, your parents, and not get into this trap again.
So every time when I get into such things, like my very first thing which comes to my mind is, let's crack another higher package. So that was the mistake which I did every time.
Exactly. It's a classic mistake. It's over-indexing on income when you can easily save on the costs and realize that you actually don't even need a higher package. Like with your income, you can safely end up as a multimillionaire without, and this is not including any change in profile, in income, nothing whatsoever. So all of the numbers in reality will only be higher if you commit to this journey. And you don't have to then put the pressure of, अरे job बदलनी है, ज़्यादा package चाहिए, keep hunting, keep changing jobs. Because all of that is not necessary. Like, you can thoroughly enjoy your work, your family, your life, and still be a multimillionaire if you just follow a very simplistic approach.
Sure.
Perfect. All the best, my friend. Take care.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Be safe. Bye, Vivek.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
मेरी नई किताब मेक एपिक मनी 1 महीने के अंदर ही 1 लाख कॉपीज बेचकर हिंदुस्तान की बेस्ट सेलर बन चुकी है. आप इसको ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं Amazon. इसी के साथ मेरी पहली 2 किताबें गेट एपिक शिट डन एंड डू एपिक शिट भी बेस्ट सेलर्स हैं, Amazon पे अवेलेबल हैं. ऑडियो बुक, हिंदी फॉर्मेट एंड इंग्लिश फॉर्मेट. ये 3 किताबें आपकी रीडिंग जर्नी को एक आदत में बनाने के लिए.